your thoughts after this game?
Yeah, well, we're obviously very disappointed not to get anything out of the game. We leave empty-handed, and the reason we're disappointed is because we played extremely well. It's undeniable to me that we were the better team on the day. You look at every category, and you know, in terms of chances, in terms of possession, in terms of everything, every metric you wanna measure. You know, we were the better team, and so that's what makes it disappointing. I thought the guys deserved to get something out of the game, and it didn't happen. And you know, I think when you leave a game and you play so well and you leave empty-handed, it's tough to swallow, but it also leaves you with a lot of optimism and hope moving forward, because the play was good. It was the best we've played against this team here. And that doesn't make anybody feel any better, but in moving to the next game, that means not a lot, you know, needs to change. We just need to keep playing that way and make a few more plays. You know, obviously didn't make a play. Everybody's marked up on the set piece 3 minutes in, and we just don't make a couple plays there, and you know, that was the difference on the day.
Caleb, first half 15 shots, 15-5. Second half was 4 shots for you guys. Was there a difference to what changed in between the first and second half?
Well, I mean, you know, obviously it's hot. Obviously they're going to make a better push. They didn't play well in the first half, you know, so their coach is going to ramp it up. But I thought, you know, we got a little bit tired. But, you know, let's look at the whole game, you know, and let's talk about the first half and how dominant it was, because ultimately, you know, it was 3 times as many shots, and we dominated the game, we dominated the possession, we dominated the chances, and you know, so it doesn't mean that we feel better, you know, losing points, but from a coaching standpoint, it means that we don't have to change a lot. We just need to keep playing the same way, and if we do, I'm confident we'll get points. And you know, between all of us in the room, the players, the coaches, we're the ones that need to have the right perspective.
You made a couple changes for this match, Lawrence Olem and for Diego Char, who was suspended, and Zarek Valentin at right back. How would you assess their performances?
I thought we got good performances across the board from everybody. Even, you know, Mobi Akuga, who had to go in because Guzman takes a concussion because of an elbow to the head, you know. Happened twice in the day, you know, and we're just not getting some of those breaks right now, and it will turn. You know, that's the way it rolls a little bit in this league, and you know, we're not getting some of these breaks that, you know, maybe it's a PK, maybe it's not, maybe it's a red card, and you know, the same play for us, we're getting a call and we're not getting it the other way. So we can't lose energy. We can't worry about that stuff. We just got to keep focusing on the positive play, and if we do that, you know, everybody, like I said, in the locker room, if we do that, they know that they're going to get points out of it.
This team came out of the gates flying in the season, to begin the season, scoring goals like crazy. Is that just what's needed to kind of get back, that attack to get back, is just playing the same way? Is there a tweak that you can do?
Just having the group together.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, this is the first game that we've had the front 4 together, 11v11. Right. So it's that simple, you know. We lost a little bit of continuity and rhythm and training, and you know, contact time on the training ground and that type of thing. But listen, you know, it's not always whether or not the ball goes in the back of the net. It's the chances. You got to look at the chances. The chances were there. So in terms of correcting that, I don't want to correct anything other than obviously the final touch and make a play on a corner kick.
You mentioned kind of keeping the group together. You're going to have Darlington Nagbe. You're going to have David Guzman going away for international matches. Getting a guy's minutes in a match like this, Montreal as well, how important is that for the stretch you're going to have to deal with?
It's normal.
Yeah.
It's normal. You deal with it.
Caleb, appreciate the time. Guys, back to you.
In the first 9 games of the season, you guys only conceded the first goal twice. That was a big help in being so successful. Is there something you need to do to kind of change that, or is that just a kind of a run of bad luck to concede first?
Again, I think it's just the way it rolls. You know, we might have been lucky to score the first goal so much early in the year, and now it's evening out. It's nothing to do with how we're starting, because again, I'll go back and, you know, trust me, I'll tell you, if the group's not ready to play, they're ready to play this game.
Coach, can you clarify what happened with David Guzman and what his status is currently?
Yeah, took an elbow to the head. Happened twice on the day, and like I said, you know, those are some of the breaks we're not getting. And if we do get them, then we probably get points out of the game. Just like we lose points last game because the call gets made the other way. And, you know, you can't dwell on it. You can't complain about it. I'm not making excuses about it. I just hope this starts to even out a little bit, because if we're getting the wrong end of these calls one week and not getting the right end the other week, then for me, it's not a fair shake.
Did you see the replay of the ball that Nagby shot that deflected off Marshall?
Yeah, probably 2 handballs. 2 handballs. Definitely one. Definitely one. Definitely one PK.
You conceded 4 times from corner kicks this year, including the last 2 weeks. What's your level of concern specifically about that and defending corner kicks and not giving up those sort of soft goals on the road?
Part of the game. You work on them. There's nothing you can do about it other than make a play. The guys are matched up. They're on their marks. There's no one free. Just didn't make the play on the first ball or the second ball. There's nothing you can do. It's a man-to-man matchup other than keep working on it. That's it. You know, coaches give them up every single week, and people want to know how to solve it, and how you solve it is you make the play. That's it. I wish there was some easy way to make that play, because for the next 20 years, I'm going to continue to be frustrated when we give up a set-piece goal when the marks are there, and you just don't make a play. It's that simple. There's nothing else you can do about it. Happens at the top level in the world, and I'll answer that question the same way every single time you ask it, you know, this year, next year, you know, hopefully 10 years from now if I'm still here.
Can you talk about the decision to start Valentin over Powell?
Yeah, we just wanted to, you know, get a little bit of some new energy in there, and we knew Zarek would give us a little bit more possession. We also knew with the way Dempsey plays and pretty much just, you know, kind of cheats inside a lot, that we wanted a guy that was going to be in the line and make good decisions. And you know, I thought he was excellent today. Like I said, I thought we got very good performances across the board. There's not anyone on the pitch that played today that I was unhappy with. Even in Esprit, who came in the game, kind of spiced it up, and everybody fought hard again. And I think the team play was very good, and I was extremely pleased, you know, to come on the road and play this team with the caliber they have, the firepower they have, with a crowd like this, and limit them to the shots that they had. You know, I mean, how many times does Seattle play in a home game and they don't get 10 shots? That doesn't happen very often. We doubled their shots. You know, how many times does a team come and double their shots? Why don't you guys look that up? Look it up. I'd like to see the last time it happened. I don't think you're going to find it. You know, I don't think you're going to find a time that Seattle has been doubled in shots on this field and outpossessed. And so, again, it doesn't make me feel any better. I'm pissed off, and the team's pissed off, and the players are pissed off, the supporters are pissed off. We're all pissed off. But guess what? Now I got to think about, as a coach on the bus ride home for 3 hours, how are we going to make sure we get points in the next game? And how we're going to get points is play, hopefully, exactly the way we played today and make a few more plays.
Not only regarding the handball, but just with the refereeing overall, what did you think of the performance? Given that in a rivalry game, that's obviously a tricky balance.
Tough game, obviously. I thought it was okay, to be honest with you, Geiger on the day. But, you know, the key plays, that's how you make your money as official, is the big plays, you know, and whether or not you call them or don't call them in. And, you know, I'm probably not as salty about it if it wasn't for a few calls that we haven't gotten or gotten against us. And we've given up PKs that I haven't thought were PKs. We've given up red cards that I haven't thought were red cards. But then if now the same play happens, then now I want that call, you know, and I think that's the frustration more than anything. But I thought overall, you know, the Fichet was pretty good in a very, you know, difficult game. I thought it was one of the better games he's had, you know, in the games that I've coached with him in the middle. But I asked him after the game, why do you not call a block shot or handball in the box? For me, we've had that call against us several times. Well, why aren't you calling it? Why is the other official calling it? You know, so can we get a little more consistent here with these big calls? And I think the only way is the VAR. So I can't wait for this. I absolutely can't wait for the VAR to come, because all I want is fair calls. That's it. And if we have a bad call against us, I swallow it. No problem at all. I just want to make sure the calls get right. You know, and I thought we deserved at least a point out of the game. But again, not making excuses. We can't do anything about it. We don't get it back. That's why I'm not, you know, complaining about it. But, you know, at some point you want to have these calls start to even out a little bit.
Sure. Seattle dropped deep to make life pretty difficult on you in the final third. I mean, what do you need to do in order to sort of take the quantity of chances that you had and create sort of the quality of the 3 or 4 chances that are very clear? I mean, is it a matter of Adi and Valeri pulling off a play? What is it?
Well, I think, you know, we found a lot of space wide, and we knew we would with the way that they play, pretty narrow, and like I said, with a lot of freedom. And I thought we were extremely effective, especially in the first half, of creating width and finding chances wide. And my message at halftime was, we got to get more numbers in the box. We get across, and a few times we got to get the cross in a better spot. So those are the two things. I think if we get, the quality of the final cross, final ball there, and a few more numbers in. And to get those numbers in our system, it's going to be obviously the 10 and the 9 and then the weak side winger and maybe even, like a Guzman. But we still had some good looks, when you look at that little cut back to Guzman, we look at a couple, with Adi got in the end of one, the Fry makes a good save. I think it's one of those that, everybody's leaving the game and I'm leaving the game and we all think, hey, man, played pretty well and, we probably deserve more. When you rewatch it, you're not going to believe some of the chances we had, and listen, that's the way it rolls. That's the way it rolls in this game, and doesn't make you feel any better, but we're going to go back to work, and honestly, I hope we play as well as we did today and make a few more plays, because if we do that, the rest of the year, we're going to have enough points, no doubt about it.
What's up with Maddox?
Last one.
Maddox had a little hamstring on Friday.
Okay.
Yeah. And Guzman will see. So, yeah, we're going to manage a few things, and but I love it when Immobile goes in, cold at halftime, hasn't played, and you look at his mentality in the game. That means, these guys are fighting and training hard, and we're keeping guys ready on board, guys that aren't playing. And I thought Lawrence Olem in the center of the park was excellent today, as Eric. So we're going to need that. Obviously coming up, we got some things to manage. We'll have Guzman for the next game if he's, cleared and healthy. But if not, I think you start to see what's going to happen, and that helps. It helps to have a good performance out of Immobile.
Does he have to go through the concussion protocol?
If it's a concussion,
okay.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it's been diagnosed that, or if he got a bunch of rubber in his eyes. I'm not sure. We'll see.